What's up YouTube? This is Joe from Zephyr Wargames and I'm bringing to you guys a Elemental Hero Neos deck. So with the tins now out, we now finally have the most busted Neos fusion probably since Magma Neos in my own opinion and Air Neos. And that is Elemental Hero Nebula Neos. This guy is absolutely amazing. It's certainly a shame is that the Neospatians support is not as good as it could be. They just need like one or two cards, I swear, just like easy ways to get Neospatians onto the field, and maybe like more ways to like copy or more different copies of Neos that can treat its name as Neos, and then the deck could be really good and playable. But either way, whether or not it's going to be meta or not, this deck is absolutely fun. Neos just is such a fun boss monster, it's such a fun iconic card, and I'm really happy to show, be ready here to share with you guys what I have for the Neospatian deck. So all that's done, let's get right into it. So first off, we're the boss monster, Elemental Hero Neos. Now you could probably drop this down to 2. I personally think 1's not enough. I think 2, but 3 works. 3 works fine, but probably I might drop it down to 2 just to see how it goes. Further testing, but Elemental Hero Neos, you know, you got to have him. He's your name for the fusion materials, and he's your card to copy with Prisma. So you got to play copies of him. We do have ways to get him onto the field as well. So now moving on to the Neospatians. For the one-offs, I play 1 Glowmoss, 1 Aqua Dolphin, and 1 Air Hummingbird. Glowmoss and Aqua Dolphin, you guys could probably, you'll probably guys expect to have it as a one-offs, but you're probably thinking, oh, why only 1 Air Hummingbird, Joe? That's so weird. I only have 1 copy of Air Neos, so I don't want to play multiple copies of Air Hummingbird with only 1 main fusion target. I guess you could argue to bump it to 2 because I have Storm Neos as well, but I just think the other Neospatians are just overall better, so I'd rather play multiple copies of those rather than Air Hummingbird. So that's my reasoning for one of these. Moving on to tools, I do play 2 Dark Panthers and 2 Flare Scarabs. I think Dark Panther, because of Nebula Neos, you've got to have multiple copies of him, because you don't want to banish the only copy you have of Dark Panther for, so you run out of Dark Panthers for Nebula Neos, and you want to have a good ratio of that. And I like Flare Scarab just because Flare Neos and the Scarab fusions are some of my favourites for Neos, so that's why I play multiple copies of him. So that I have copies for my Neos fusions. And then the only Neospatian I play 3 of is Grand Mole. He is the most useful other than Aqua Dolphin Neospatian there. Just being able to out problematic monsters on the field just by bouncing into the hand. Plus he's your fusion targets for not only your Grand Neos, your Magma Neos, but also your new Nebula Neos. So you've got to have copies of him. And then probably like one of the best heroes in the deck is Prisma. Gotta have Prisma. Prisma copies your... Prisma is your Neos in a way. But he's the one you're summoning to the board. He's the one that you're mostly going to be using for your contact fusions other than Miracle Contact to go into your Neos fusions. And I'm taking 1 copy of Honesty Neos. Just so that I can get ridiculous amount of attack points for my Neos fusions. Or even Neos and Prisma themselves. Moving on to the spells, 3 Convert Contact. Like, this is a really good draw spell. Only shame is that the Neospatians are Neospatians. That's probably the only thing. Probably the only downside to this card. But this is a really good draw spell. Like Konami printed this. The way they designed this card is really nice, really nicely well done. Only shame as well is that you have to have no cards and no monsters on the field to use it. So unless your board's empty, this is a dead card in your hand, but it really does unclog your hands as well. So it's a very hit and miss, very weird card. Probably though the best spell in the deck is Miracle Contact. The only problem is I swear there's a lot of like really good cards in this deck, but there's just like one thing that's like making them busted. Is that this is not always treated as a fusion spell. Like if it was that, always choose a fusion spell. Like, it could be really nicely searchable by some cards in the game. But alas, it is not. But this is a really good way. This is probably your main way to get into your triple contact fusions, and just your fusions in general, by just shuffling from the field and graveyard into your deck. You can then summon your Miracle Fusion. Also, it's a shame this doesn't work like Cyberdark Impact. You could just shuffle from the hand as well. That would just like make it like absolutely good, and probably even make Neo Expressions playable. In a way, I do play 2 contact gates. I think 3 is too much. You banish 2 different named Neospacians from your graveyard, and you summon 2 from your deck. You'll mostly be activating this after you play a Convert Contact, just because it's Convert Contact literally just sets up for this card so easily. And I think it has another effect as well, where you can summon 2. Face-up fusion monster that lists elemental hero units as materials returns from your field to the extra deck. You can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon 1 of the banished Neospacians from the banish zone. So it's a nice way to get some extra monsters on the board. For rotors, literally rotor and 3 equal. You want to get Prisma into your hand. You could play a Hero Lives, and I probably would play it, but for the life of me cannot find my Hero Lives. It is so darn annoying, and they've just slowly been going up in price, I think because of Nebula and Neos. But yeah, just overall, if you don't play a Hero Lives, you know, you've got to just max out on these cards, because you need to get into your Prisma. 1 Foolish Barrel just to dump Neospacians and Neos that I need into the graveyard. 2 Oversouls and a Monster Reborn, just some nice revival spells. You can get back the Neos and as just like a beat stick. Pair it with Honest and Neos as a 5k attacker for a turn. That's just really nice. For your Neos fusions, I do play 2 Neospace and 1 instant Neospace. Because I'm also slightly focusing on Nebula Neos, you don't really want to be having these on the field, because one of Nebula Neos' best effects is to banish everything face down when he shuffles back into the extra deck, so you kind of want him to go back. So it's a very hit and miss card, Nebula Neos. But overall, for everything else, like, these cards are just like needed to keep them onto the field. I do tech in 1 Miracle Fusion. I'm running into the techs now to round up the deck. Main deck, 1 Miracle Fusion, because you play heroes as in Prisma and Neos, and all the Neospacians are a different attribute. You can get into some nice Omni heroes with Miracle Fusion, like Absolute Zero and stuff like that. I am trying out, and it's actually been doing pretty well. It's kind of like a 4th and 5th Convert Contact is Hand Destruction. It is a weird card, and it's not exactly the most favoured, but it actually does unclog some hands and can get you rolling into the game. But you could probably just take these out for other cards, like maybe a second copy of Twin Twisters. Back row is hated in this deck, so I'm taking in a Twin Twisters to round up the deck to resolve some of those back row issues that the deck can face and doesn't want to face. Let's just gather all of these cards up and move on to the extra deck. So for the singular heroes, I am playing 1 Aqua Neos. As I said, double Flare Neos because he is my favourite. 1 Air Neos because, as I said, I only have 1, and I am playing 2 Grand Neos because he's easily accessible. And then for the triples, let's go with the old ones first. So probably my favourite triple is Magma Neos, just being massive when he gets onto the field. 1 Chaos Neos, 1 Storm Neos, and the new boss is double Nebula Neos. So Nebula Neos has some amazing effects and takes Dark Panther and Grand Mole to make with Neos. On summon, he lets you draw cards from your deck equal to the number of cards your opponent controls. And when he shuffles back into the extra deck, he banishes everything face down on the field. So, and yeah, that's literally it. Also, when you draw cards, then negate 1 face-up card on the field until the end of this turn. So he's a small effect negation as well. So, and he also comes with 3,000, which I think all the triple Neos fusions have. as their base attack points. But Nebula Neos is an amazing card, really interesting card. It's probably a way to probably focus a deck literally just around Nebula Neos. I'm not too sure, I haven't tried it out yet, but like, it's a really cool card. I'm really happy that this card got made. And to run up the extra deck, I do play 1 Great Tornado, 1 Shining, 1 Nova Master, and 1 Absolute Zero. I will probably try around a deck that probably like not only focuses just on Nebula Neos, but with a Masked Hero engine as well, just to make it a bit more competitive. Because thanks to Dark Panther, we could just play like Mask Change 2 and turn Dark Panther into Dark Law. So yeah, that's something to probably try out in the future, and if it works and I'm happy with it, you'll see it on the channel. So with all that's done, guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is my take on Elemental Hero Neos, and it's been very fun doing it. Like, Neos is one of my favorites other than Flame Wingman. He's like my favorite elemental hero. So as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned, because there'll be more deck profiles as always. And until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling.
Also, YouTube, thanks for watching that video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. And of course, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button in the bottom left-hand corner and the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. We've got more deck profiles, duels, pack openings, and many more Yu-Gi-Oh videos coming up for you all year round. So don't forget to stay tuned for all of that. Thanks, and as always, guys, happy dueling.